Hello guys, this is Mohsen AR from Signbox software, and in this tutorial we will be learning only about the Flutter. Okay guys, so now the wait is over. If you want to develop mobile apps, now don't learn Java, Swift or Objective-C just because of here we have got a Flutter. Now in this tutorial I will give you the introduction about Flutter. What is Flutter? How does it work? Everything. Okay, so I've got these points regarding Flutter. So now let's start from this one. Flutter is an open source mobile application development SDK. Okay, it is the SDK, or you can say it is a toolkit, okay, created by one and only the Google, a new way to build beautiful native mobile apps. This is the new way in which you can build a beautiful native mobile apps. Okay, but you don't have to write code in Java, Objective-C or Swift. Now let's start from the few 4 points. Flutter have Flutter engine, foundation library, widgets, design specific widgets. Okay, now let's come to the Flutter engine. Flutter's engine written primarily in C++. It interfaces with the platform specific SDKs such as those provided by Android and iOS. Okay, now the Flutter engine written in C++ and it interfaces. Okay, it will talk to the platform specific SDKs. For Android, it will talk to the platform SDK of the Android, and for the iOS, it will talk to the iOS platform SDKs. Foundation library is written in the Dart. Okay, here is the man, the Dart. Okay, so what is Dart? Dart is something like not something like Dart basically is a programming language. Okay, don't worry about Dart. It is very easy to code in Dart. If you know the Java or any other programming language, then it is not difficult for you people to learn Dart. Okay, so now forget about it for the time. Provides basic classes and functions. Dart provides basic classes and functions which are used to construct applications using Flutter, such as APIs to communicate with the engine. Okay, so now whenever your application or whenever you create application in Flutter, so that application will be executed by Flutter engine, which is written in C++. Okay, widgets. Now what is widget? In my case, or not in my case, but in a Flutter, everything is widget. All the graphics including text, shapes, animation are created using widgets. Even your layouts are widgets. More complex widgets can be created by combining many simpler ones. So if you want to create your own widgets, you can. If you want to customize any widget, then you can. And you can also create a complex widgets by combining simpler widgets. Okay, design specific widgets. Flat The Flutter framework contains a two set of widgets: material design widgets implements Google's design language, and Cupertino widgets imitate Apple's iOS design. Okay, there are two types of Flutter frameworks contain the two types of widgets. Okay, so now these are also widgets: material design and Cupertino. Okay, so now here's a picture. Framework Dart. Okay, material design Cupertino. Widgets, rendering, animation, painting, gesture, foundation. All these are in Dart language, Dart programming language. And the last, the engine C++. Okay, your Dart application, you can say, operate by the engine. Okay, and that engine will talk to your platform and platform specific APIs. okay, platform specific SDKs. Okay, uh, your engine then will talk to your platform and platform specific SDKs. Okay, now let's come to the history of the mobile apps. OEM SDKs. The Apple iOS SDK was released in 2008 and the Google Android SDK released in 2009. These two SDKs were based on different languages, Objective-C and Java respectively. As I already told you, forget about these languages now. Okay, no need of any Swift, Objective-C or Java. You have to only know about Dart programming language, and it is a very easy. Mhm. Now this is the picture which tells you how your application works in the native mobile SDKs, okay, or platform. Yes, native mobile SDKs. Your application, okay, this is in your application native code in green, platform in blue. When you install any application in Android or in iOS, this is that your application, okay, and the platform OEM widgets, canvas, events, location, Bluetooth, audio, sensor, camera, all these uh, are present in your platform. Okay, so when you grab your application from any store, and it will be installed in your cell phone, and then your application will be talked to your platform. Okay, your app talk to the platform to create a widgets or access services like camera. The widgets are rendered to a screen canvas and the events are passed back to the widgets. Understand? Okay, this is now let's come to the web view. The first cross-platform frameworks were based on the JavaScript and webviews. Okay, example including the family related frameworks PhoneGap, Apache, Cordova, Ionic, and others. How they work? Now come to this picture. In the cross-platform frameworks, they developed in the JavaScript. Okay, and the platform-specific widget or the component is a web view. Okay, so now your JavaScript app will talk to web view, and then your web view will talk to the canvas events. Okay, and the JavaScript cannot talk to directly your services. Okay, so they have put a bridge in between JavaScript and services. So if JavaScript requests for some services, that bridge will connect the services and your application built in the JavaScript. Okay, I'm talking about the web view applications. Okay, now let's come to the theory. Your apps create the HTML and display it in the web views. Understand? So all the web views applications are developed in the HTML. Okay, your app creates HTML and it displays it in the web view on the platform. Note that it's difficult for a language like a JavaScript to talk directly to the native code like a services. Okay, so they go through the bridge and blah 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 blah. Okay, so now come to the reactive views. Reactive frameworks like React.js and others have become popular. Yes, definitely they are. Mainly because they simplify the creation of web views through the use of a programming pattern borrowed from the reactive programming. Okay, in 2015, React Native was created to bring many benefits of reactive style views to mobile apps. Okay, so now let's come to this picture. Now see the difference of your reactive apps and the web view apps. Okay, nothing is different, just they increase this bridge. Okay, now this is the bridge. Okay, I'm kidding. So now I'll come to this picture. Now what they do, your application in the React Native The application is developed on JavaScript, and then they put a bridge in between JavaScript and your OEM images. Okay, now here they remove the web view. Okay, now the React Native apps will talk to the bridge, and that bridge will talk to your OEM widgets. Okay, then OEM widgets uh, talk to the canvas events. Okay, again your app will talk to bridge, and the bridge will requested for the services like a location, Bluetooth, audio sensors. Okay, this is architecture of React React J or sorry React Views. Understand? Now let's come to the theory. Reactive Native is a popular and reserved tool. Yes, it's true. But because of JavaScript, Realm accesses the OEM widgets in the real native realm. It has to go through the bridge. Yes, definitely. It has to first go through the bridge, and there are some performance issue. So now let's come to our main point. Guys, I really fall in love with. Very easy. You can build very beautiful apps in Flutter. In further videos, I will give you the tutorial how to develop an application in Flutter. Okay, and step by step we will go through the from basic to advanced. Okay, so this is only introduction about the Flutter, and let's now come to the Flutter. Like React Native, Flutter also provides the reactive style views. Flutter takes a different approaches to avoid the performance problem caused by need of for the JavaScript bridge. Yes, by using compiled programming language, namely Dirt. Okay, so now Flutter also works like a reactive reactive style, but they remove this bridge, okay, and remove this JavaScript just because of the performance issue. Okay, okay. So now Dirt is a compiled ahead of time AOT into the native code for multiple platform. This allows the Flutter to communicate with the platform without going through the JavaScript bridge. Okay, that does a context switching. Compiling to the native code also improve app startup times. Flutter has a new architecture that includes widgets that look and feel good, are fast and customizable and extensible. That's right. Flutter does not use OEM widgets or DOM views. Again and again, I am saying Flutter does not use OEM widgets or DOM views. Okay, Flutter use its own widgets. How? Further way, I will tell you how. It provides its own widgets. Okay, this is your app. Native code, widget rendering. Okay, your app, native code, widgets rendering, and here from here they pull out web views and OEM widgets. Okay, widgets rendering directly interact with canvas and events, and platform channels interact or communicate with the service like location, Bluetooth, audio sensor, canvas, etc. Okay, the widgets are and render from the platform into the apps, okay, which allows them to be customizable and extensible. All that Flutter requires of the platform is a canvas in which to render the widgets so they can appear on the device screen, and access to the events, touches, timer, etc, and the service location. Okay. There is still an interface between the Dart program in green and the native platform code in blue for either iOS or Android. that does data encoding and decoding, but this can be orders of magnitude faster than the JavaScript. Okay, moving the widgets and the render into the app does not affect the size of this. Is okay. The maximum size of the the minimum size of the Flutter Android apps approximately 4.7 MB. Okay, which is similar to the now this is the point. Flutter comes with the rich customizable widget set of Android, iOS and material design. In fact, we have been told that the Flutter has one of the highest fidelity implementation of the material design. We use the customizability of a Flutter to build these widget sets to match the look and feel of the native widgets on the multiple platforms. App developers can use the same customizability to further tweak widgets to their wants and needs. Okay, so now this is the main point, compatibility. Okay, now this is the main point, guys, because the widget and the renderer for those widgets are a part of your app. That's true, not the platform. No compact libraries are needed. Okay, your apps will not only work, but they will work the same on the recent OS versions, Android Jelly Beans, and a newer iOS 8.0 and the newer. This significantly reduces need to test apps on an older OS version. Plus, it is likely that your apps will work on the future OS versions. There is one potential concern that we got asked about. Okay, now this is the point. Because the Flutter does not use the OEM, because the Flutter does not use the OEM native widgets. Will it take a long for the Flutter widgets to be updated when the new version of iOS or Android comes out that supports a new kind of a widget? Okay, now this is the point. Flutter use its own widgets. Okay, the Flutter does not use the OEM widgets just because of it has own customized, or you can say flexible extensible widgets. So now the question is that uh, will it take long for the Flutter widgets to be updated when a new version of iOS or Android comes out, supports a new kind of widget, or or changes the look or behavior on the existing widgets? Now the answer is, first of all, Google is the big internal user of the Flutter. Yes, so we have a strong incentive to update the widget set or sets to keep them current and as close to the current OEM widgets as possible. If there is ever a time when we are too slow in updating the widgets, Google is not the only user of the Flutter with the incentive to keep the widgets current. Flutter's widgets are so extensible and customizable that anyone can update them. Okay, Flutter widgets are so extensible and customizable, anyone can update them just because of Flutter is open source. Okay, there's no any license that how and why you have updated or why you have extend or customize the widgets. Okay, and the above points apply only if you want to have a new style reflected in your app. Okay, above, what above this one, this one, this point. Okay, yes, sorry, this point. Okay, this point. If you don't want to change or affect the way your app looks, or the behavior are good. Widgets are a part of your app, so widgets will never change out from under you and make your app look bad. As an uh, as an added benefit, you can write your app so it uses the new widget even on older OS versions. Okay, so guys, this was the introduction about the Flutter. There's nothing new. I've just read a whole uh, theory. There's nothing new, nothing else. Okay, so you can also read it by pausing and playing the video. Okay, so guys, Flutter is everything. This is the future. Okay, so now the Flutter is the future, nothing else. Forget about anything else. Guys, in the next video I will show you how to set up Flutter in your machine, and after that we will develop a hello world program and many more. Okay, now our journey has started.